Hi guys. Yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yeah, I know, as you must have seen in the title, I'm exploring my career path on YouTube. Yeah, I know I've been doing things related to encouraging people, talking about my career and everything, but I've not really used YouTube to showcase my skills. So here we go. So today I'll be doing I'll say a small project on SQL. um, for me, over the past years, I've been in the data space, at least focusing on data engineering and data migration. So I thought it worthy to put my skills out there, especially on YouTube. I love to teach, and then I thought about it that to be a good platform to also share my knowledge. So here we go. So today I'll be working on a data. It's a coronavirus data. It's about the spread of the coronavirus. So if you love anything SQL is widely used in most companies for their data analysis and also for transformation and cleaning and all those processes. So let's go. So I have my file already in an Excel sheet. So first of all, the first thing you have to do is to create a database, right? So I'll do, create database, database. So I already created my own database so as not to waste time in doing that process, but I'm going to show the steps on how to do yours. So create database, uh, virus. I named it virus underscore DB. So this is the name of database. I won't be able to create mine. See, you already said can't create database, virus DB. Database already exists. So if you're just starting, I'm using my SQL Workbench. Yours can be SQL Server or PostgreSQL. So, but I'm using Workbench. So after you get your database, you just come here and you refresh it, and you'll be able to see the list of what database present. So this is the database I just created. It's called VirusDB. So the next thing I'll do, since I already have my file in an Excel sheet, I'll right click on my database and click on table data import wizard, and then I'll select where this is my data set. I'll click on it, open it, click on next, give it a name, give my table a name, click on next. I don't need to change anything here. Click on next, and then next, and I import the data. So after doing all of this, I think it will take a while because data is a bit large to import. And yeah, so you import the data, and then you come here, you refresh it, and then um, you will see your data. All right, so let's do it. So now I have the table here called Corona Analysis. I have my table imported. It's called Corona Analysis. So if I click on this table, so this is what the data I have imported looks like. In my data, I have the province, I have the country, the longitude and the latitude, the date, the confirmed cases, the dead cases, and the recovered cases. As I said earlier, this is a coronavirus data that basically talked about the provinces where the coronavirus happened, the country or the region, the latitude, the longitude, the date that happened, the number of confirmed cases, the number of death cases, and the number of recovered cases. So this is the data that we would be exploring in this video, right? So I have a list of questions already. Let me close this one. So I have a list of questions already here. The first question, question one says, please, before I progress, guys, please encourage me and subscribe to my channel. I'm just starting it out and I want to be encouraged, honestly. So please let me like this video and also share with your friends that are looking towards starting their data career. And I can assure you that even what I'll be doing in this project is also a bit of intermediate level. So it's not basically beginner. Even if you are an intermediate person, I'm sure you would also still learn something from this video. So why not share the love? So let's go. This question says, if null values are present, update them with 0 for all columns, for all the columns. So now what we need to check first is to check if null value are present, right? So in this case, doing things like this is what we call data cleaning. So I can as well call it I can as well call it data cleaning, right? So because data cleaning, as we know, is an holistic approach to data management. Nobody wants to work with the dirty data. A dirty data would make you make bad decisions, right? So your data has to be clean for you to make informed decisions. So not all data can help you out. If your data is dirty, you are going to make bad decisions. So that's why we need to clean it, right? So yeah, so first of all, we need to check null if null values are present, right? So how do we do that? Select star from your table, coronavirus. I named the coronavirus. So I'm going to check for all the fields, right? So I would say where province does he have? It's supposed to give me a suggestion. Anyways, where province is null or country slash region is null or latitude is null or longitude is null or most times I like, for me, my syntax, I like to write my keywords in caps lock. So also where date is null. Do you notice that because date is a keyword, is I like it as a keyword, but here my date is a fit, so I have to use, I call it a backquote. If you know what it's called, please comment in the comment section. I just call it backquote to just put it in a quote to change it from being a keyword to a normal column. Or confirmed is null or deaths is null or recovered. My recovered is not correct. Recovered is null. So let's see if we have any. It says coronavirus. The coronavirus doesn't exist. Why? Corona analysis. Oh, I know what happened. So actually, I'm using the wrong. If you notice, right? Let me show you something. So you see that in my data, these are like all these lists are list of my databases. Here you can see that it's only corona analysis that is dark, like that is bold. I mean, so it means that I'm actually on this database, but this is not the database I'm using. This is the database I want to use. So what I can just do, I can just say in the beginning, use virus underscore DB. So I'm saying that in these, my query, just make sure you use virus DB. So you see that immediately I did that, my virus DB changed to that, become bold or becomes bold. Anyways, right, so I'll do this and click here. It says unknown country in the where clause. Yeah, so because my country, you can see that country and regions are two keywords. You have country, you have region. So I also have to put that in a backcode. So I'll just copy that and place it here. All right. So my result says that we have no fields that is 0. So, but what if we have? So in case we have, what we do is to just do, we can do update this table, right? And say set the field. For example, let me just say that there is a particular province that is null, right? So I want to say that anywhere the province is null, set it to say Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria, sorry. So I'll just say that that's just an assumption, right? Most of the time, your stakeholders will tell you that anywhere there is null or if there's empty, do something to it. I'm just making an assumption saying that anywhere the province is empty, set it to Nigeria, right? It could be anywhere the confirmed case. Okay, let me not use a province. Let me use confirmed case. So I will say anywhere the confirmed case is empty, set it to 0. So I would say set confirmed equal to 0, right? Then where confirmed is null. Sorry, do we get that? So update this table, set confirmed, that field equals to 0 or whatever, where the confirmed is null. Sometimes it might not be where it is null, it might be because null is different from empty. It might be where confirmed equals to nothing. So do we get that? So either ways, but yeah, we don't have any, so we don't need this. I'm just going to comment these out. All right, so we are done with question 1. The next question says, question 2. Please, if you already get learning something from this video, please give it a thumbs up and ensure that you share. Please, and please comment, please encourage me. Please encourage me, right? So let's go. And question number 2 says, check total number of rows. So we want to know the total number of rows present in our data. So it's more like your hat as a data analyst. Can we know the number of records that are present in the data? You know, just a simple question. And then what do? Select star from your table, coronavirus. So most times, what I do first is to select star from anything, to first understand the data. Let's even say that I've forgotten the structure of what the data looks like. So I do select star. So, but here we need to count the total number of rows. So I just do select count. I'm just going to do a count star from, yeah. So it says that we have 36,563 records. 36,536 records. So these are the records that are available, right? So what if we want to, so I'm just using these, even though this is the question, we've answered it, but let's do another exploration on this count, right? Just for sake of the beginners that are also watching this video, right? So let's say we want to know that, okay, in this data, we want to know the number of, excuse me, we want to know the distinct province, meaning we want to know the provinces that has the spread of corona, right? So what do we do? Okay, let me just say select count. I just want to count the number of provinces present, right? Select count province from the coronavirus table. Let's see what's going to happen. It will say we have 36,536, which is wrong. You know, so what do? We have to select the distinct. Distinct. So we say select count distinct province from coronavirus, right? So here we're going to have 72 provinces. So it's saying that in this data, we have 72 provinces that where coronavirus spread to. Do we understand it? Yeah. So I just did that as a bit of exploration. Yes. So let's go to question number 3. Please don't forget to share your likes and your comments on this video. Let me know if you are enjoying it. The next question says, check what is the start and the end date. So we want to know, when did the spread start and when did it ended? You know, so that's the question. Your stakeholders want to know, hey, Mr. A, as a data analyst, please, we want to know when did the virus started and when did it end? You know, it's your job. So let's do. So now select, again, remember what I said, select star from your table. So I'm gonna, sorry. We're on this. Yeah. So what do I need to do to get the start date? I'm going to use the keyword mean, the function mean. Mean, say like the minimum date. The minimum date is going to serve as the start date. Remember what I said already about keywords? Date is a keyword, so it has to be in a quote. So I'm going to put date. You know, we need the date field. That's what we're looking for, the date field, comma. Then I also do max of, escape, max of the date. Okay, so let's see this. All right, this is what we have. I think there's an issue in this data. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. It says minimum date is 01/01/2021, and it says maximum date is 31/12/2022. Can you see that? It's looking wrong, right? It's looking wrong. So what do we do? One thing you will notice first, let me show you something, is that in our table coronavirus, if I check here, I can see the data types of my fields. You can see that dates field here, it says what? Text. So that's where the error is. So it's seeing this date field as a text, which is not supposed to be, I mean. So this is another phase we call data, is also data cleaning, right? It's data cleaning. We call it, are we trying to do, I can say like we're trying to do standardization, right? If that's correct, yeah. So we're cleaning the data, we're standardizing it, saying that we're changing the date format. Date is not a text, that would be a date field. So because this solution is wrong, right? So what do we do? So let's do a form of cleaning. So first of all, we have to update the table, update coronavirus table. Now we want to set our date. Remember we talked about this initially. We want to set date. Sorry. We want to set it to a string first, because what we want to do is to just say, alter this table and modify column, say date as date. But if you do that directly, it's not going to work. So you have to, first of all, change the date field to a string. So we'll do string to date. String to date. To date. So we want to change the format of this field. Date to, if you see the format, it's in month, day, month, and year. So I'm going to change, I'm going to do the format as D, day, hyphen, month, hyphen, percentage, Y, which is the year. And then I'm going to put this in a quote. This is the format. So we're saying that help us change this string to a date, this date field, change it to this format. Okay? So this is the first step to do. So we're going to run this now. So it says this number of rows are affected. Okay, good. So after doing that, the next thing we'll now do, and now that we have now turned the string to a date, we now need to modify, alter our table. So I'll say alter table, alter table coronavirus, and say modify column what? Column dates. Modify column date and change it to a date field. A date data type. Do we get that? First of all, you update it, you turn the string to a date, and then in that sense, you're changing the format to say it's a day, it's a month, and it's a year, and then you now come and alter the table and modify your column. All right, so that's also done. So now we can now check our dates. So select mean date, max date from coronavirus. Yeah, so Do we think that everything looks good now? So it says minimum date is 2020-01-2022, and then the max date is 2021-06. And I think that makes sense, right? 2020 is the start date. So instead of seeing this, I'm going to change it. They call it is called an alias. So I'm going to put an alias and say this is the start date. Let me just use the lowercase, the start date. And then the max date would be as end date. So I don't want to see those ones as a field name, right? So yeah, makes sense now. So it says that the start date is 2020-01-22, and then the end date is 2021-06-13, right? Yeah, we're making progress. I hope that you're learning something. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Encourage me. Thank you. All right, question 4. Question 4 says we should get the number of months present in the data set. We want to know how many months these virus took, right, before it ended. How long does it take? How long? So what do we do? So we can do select, again, select star from this table. I'm honestly trying not to make this video long, not to be too long, at least, so that probably I can have a part 1 and part 2. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So let's go. So let's start from coronavirus. So now, if you remember, if you can't remember what your table looks like, just go understand, see what your table looks like. Again, to get the number of months present, we're still working with this date field. Oh, sorry, I didn't say that. Can you see that your date field is no longer a text? It has changed to what? A date. Sorry, I didn't say that. So it's no longer a text that's been changed to a date field. All right. So question 4, the number of months present in the data set. So I would say let's start from, again, what I need is still my date. But how do I get, in this date, remember we say we're using the format, we have, sorry. Yeah. So we have the format, our year, the month, and the day, right? Year, month, and day. So how do I get the number of months present here, right? So I would say that year and month. So if I get the year and month, let me just do what I want to do. So see, if I do month, so there's a function called month. I can use it to get the month from the date, from a date field, date, and click enter. So this is just going to give me, like, 1 is representing maybe like January, right? 4, April, May, and all of that. But do you know this will not be correct because we would have, we have 2022 January, you get, we also have in the data, 2020 January, we also have 2022 January. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So in that case, we'll not be using month field. There is a field, there's a function called substring. So I'm going to do a substring of date, and then, sorry, I need to run this so that we can see what we're working with. So you can see this date. So I'm going to do a substring. Substring is like, I want to pick a part of the data. So I can do, 2021, 06, 13, and then I'll say, I want to count it now. My starting position is going to be 1. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 7. Do we get that? So it's more like saying 2021 06. That's the only thing I need. I need the year and the month. Do you get? So with that, I can count the number of months. So those ones will give me distinct months, So it's just like saying 2022, 2020 01, 2020 02, So let me just run it and then we'll see the result. So now you can see we have 2022 01, 2022 02, 2022 04, 2022 05, Yes, So, but that's not what they asked us. They asked us for accounts, account of this. Now, if you remember what we did before, you remember my point, right? So select count substring. You should know already. You can try that. What do you think I'm going to do? Because this is not correct. So it's supposed to be count distinct. I'm going to do a distinct count. Let's see, sorry, distinct. So I'm going to do distinct count of the substring. So now I have 18 months. 18 months. So I'm going to call this, also month is a key feature to use the backfield as month. Yep. So it says that in this data we have 18 months. So this data says that the virus spread within 18 months, from the beginning date to the ending date, it has 18 months of the spread of the virus. Can you see? So we are gradually making sense of the data that we have. Okay. So let's move to question 5. Question 5 says, find monthly average for confirmed deaths and recovered cases. So we're looking for the average of these cases, yeah? So again, I'll just do select star from the table. All right. Now I need a monthly average for confirmed death and recovered. So I think gradually we're moving to exploring. We've left cleaning now. We're no longer cleaning data. We're trying to understand the data. So once you hear the word average as a function in SQL is called AVG, right? So first of all, it says find the monthly average for confirmed death and recovered. Now, the monthly, first thing I had is the month. So I can use this field already that I used to calculate my months because I need this for monthly field. So I need this guy here, comma. Now, I need confirmed, but it says what average. So I'm going to do AVG confirmed. Then I'm also going to do AVG deaths. I want to know the average death that happened, the number of deaths, and then average recovered. Average recovered, Now, so select counts this month, average confirmed, average death, average recovered. Then I need to group by, I need to do a group by of the month. So let's run this. Can't group on month. Why can't it group on month? Why can't it group on month? All right. Let's see where the problem is here. Find the monthly average for confirmed death cases. Select counts, distinct this as month, average days, average that. Of course, we have to go by. What's the problem here? Oh, sorry. I just saw it now. Can you see what I'm seeing? See, if you are running a query, sometimes it could be like, are you sure you know what you're doing? I just thought that we actually use the count, so we don't need a count. What we need is the month, right? Sorry about that. Yeah, so we need to, so we're not counting, it's just like you're saying group by 18 because 18 is the value. So that doesn't make any sense. So that's why I had to remove the counts. We just need the field. So it will work now. Yeah. So it's good we make mistake actually. Because I can remember in my role as a data engineer, one of the things I do is to troubleshoot. I troubleshoot every day. Just to keep looking for problems, looking for errors. Why is the pipeline failing and all of that. So yeah, we did that. So this looks good, right? So it says, so for better understanding, I could say that, Elias helps understand your data better. You understand? So I'll just say these, I'll call these as maybe average. I can just know AVG confirmed, just for better readability, as AVG depth. And then this as AVG recovered. All right, so we're done with these also. So I think so it's more readable now, right? So it says that for confirmed cases in January 2020, we have 8.72 something. But I think it could also look better. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Let's ensure that we round it to say 2 decimal place, right? I think that makes sense, right? So I'll just say round this to 2 decimal place. I'm going to round them all to 2 decimal place. Escape to 2 decimal place. These also, I'm going to say round to 2. All right. Yeah, I think it makes more sense now. So we have like rounded up to 2 decimal place. So it says in January 2020, we have average count of 8.73 confirmed cases. In January, we have 0.26 death rate, recovered 0.19, So I think this makes sense. And if you want to see, you can also order by to start from the last month. So I can say I can also order by the month. Order by month. So, sorry. Yeah, if you don't put what do I put now? The source specification, it's automatically going to be in ascending, right? So I want it to be in a descending order. So yeah, exactly. So it's going to start from 2021-06, which is the end date. Remember the value we got for our end date. So it's saying that it's looking as if we have more cases towards the end period, which is funny. I don't know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but it looks funny, like we have more confirmed cases, more death compared to what it looks like in January. Anyways, this analysis is for those that needs the results. We are just analyzing. So let's do question 6. Question 6 says, find the minimum value for confirmed death recovered per year. Minimum value. I think in this case, I can actually work with the query I have here. I'll just do some basic editing. So find the minimum value for confirmed death and recovered. So here we're finding minimum, and also it is per year. So now we're not working with months, we're working with year. Remember what I said? We have a keywords like year, month, from a table. So we don't need to use a substring here. I'll just do year from the date field and call it year, right? So I also don't need round. I'll just do mean. That's minimum. Minimum. And then I can call it mean confirmed. You can write yours afresh, but I know we already did this, so I'll just edit it. Here, I'm just going to also do mean debts. And here, I'm also going to do mean recovered. I'll call it also going to call this one. Okay, so then go by year and also order by year. Okay. All right. So remember, so in as much as this is saying 0, 0, 0, 0, but remember the updates we did. So this data actually more like those fields are already updated to 0. So, but I don't want to see 0 because if you remember from the beginning that 0 means it's empty or is null. So just because we wanted a cleaner data, that's why we replaced the 0 with null on this data, which I showed you earlier. So but I would say that I don't want 0 because 0 means empty. That's not a value. So I'll just add a where clause and say where confirmed. I don't want any field that is 0. So I'm going to say where confirmed not equals to 0 and debts is not equal to 0 and recovered is not also equal to 0. So just let it give me the minimum count. So here, so yeah, it says that in 2021 we have minimum of 2 counts. In 2020, minimum of 2 confirmed cases. In 2021, we also have minimum of 1 death case. In 2021, we have minimum of 1 recovered case. In 2020, we have 1, and all of that. So I think that makes sense, right? I think so. I think this also maximum, we can solve this. So I'm looking for, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Maybe I'll be stopping at question 10 because of time. Let's do question, what will I call it now? Question 6 here. I don't know. I don't want this video to be too long. But actually, if you want part 2, just tell me part 2, please, and I will be willing. Or if there's other question you want me to answer from this data, of course, I will be willing to answer them. But please encourage me again by liking this video and by sharing your comments and your opinion. I will be reading them and I'll be responding to them all. Thank you. So question C says, the total number of cases of confirmed deaths recovered each month. Total number. So remember, I already did that here too. So that's why I skipped the other one because it's also maximum. So it's a bit similar. So let me bring down this just for us to see much more better. Okay. Total number of cases of confirmed. So we already got month. So what we now need to do here is to total number. Total means sum, right? So I'm just going to do sum. Sum. Do I need to round for sum? No, we don't need it. So I'll call it total confirmed. Okay, and we're done with this also. So yeah, looks okay. So these are the number of total confirmed cases. Such a big number. So yeah, it says in 2021-06, we recorded 1 to 3. We recorded 3,529,000 and 28 cases, So such a big number. All right. So let's explore more. I know our time is fast spent, so let's do this. Let's do this. Question 9. I'll be stopping at question 10 to save our time. So question 9 says, find the country having highest number of confirmed case. Find the country having the highest number of confirmed case, this is such a good question to explore. So first of all, remember, select star from the coronavirus. Let's see so that we can understand our requirements and what happened. Ooh, I copied, sorry, that was a mistake on my hand. I jumped the you can actually use this tool to brush. It's called beautify. See if I want to beautify this now, it would arrange it like well arranged. So select that to just make it like the way you should write a query, basically. But that's just a little secret. So now to find the country that is having, so I said from our table, corona, and then enter. All right, so now let's see what we need. Find a country. SQL is quite simple because it's more like English. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. So select country, and then we need to sum confirmed. So that we can see total, let's just call it as total confirmed, right? So here, I have to do a group by country, group by country. Oh, it is called, the field is country/region. Do you remember? But I don't want to be repeating this, so I would rather give it an alias and call it country. You can leave yours as country/region, but I'm going to rename it as an alias. Group by country. So let's see what we have. What's the problem? Do we have any issue? It says unknown field country. Well, I renamed it already. Select. Oh yeah, I need to still call it this. Put it in quotes first. It will not respond. What's this? It's not going to respond. All right, let's see what we have. Yep, so this is what we have for each the country. So it's saying Afghanistan has this total number, Algeria has this total number, Argentina has a total number. But remember, that's not the question. The question says, find the country having the highest number of confirmed cases. Now, in this solution, I have two different methods I can use to solve it. So let me call this solution 1. I'll call it solution 1. Do you know what I would do? If I want to find, because I already have the list of country and the total confirmed case, but I'm looking for the country with the highest. So I can actually say that order by the country that will have the highest. I'll order by this field. In descending order. Let me show you what I'm trying to do. So you see that I have these in descending order, right? Now, so what do I do to get the one with the highest? I'll just put a limit of 1. That's all. So India. Do we get that? That's all. So the value, the country that has what the highest case is India. The highest number of confirmed cases is India. So with this, my data, it says that India has the highest number of confirmed cases. Now, solution 2. Solution 2 is what we call CTE. It is called common table expressions, which is the right method to use. I can use my first solution if I'm rushing, but I would think that for what's it called now, for optimization sake, this solution 2, it's much more better, even than subquery. So CTE I'm going to use CTE to do this. So I'm going to, so after I got the sum, remember where we were before, group by country, right? Yeah, so what I need to do here is to actually do what we call window function. So I'm going to rank it. I'm going to rank my value, rank over partition by, I'm going to partition by country. Okay, I already group by country, so I'm not going to do partition. I'm just going to do order by total confirmed. Ranking. Why is my mind telling me I'm doing the wrong thing? So it says unknown column total confirmed. Yeah, I know I was doing the wrong thing, sorry. So let's do this. That was the wrong approach. I thought I already wrote my cities. I was writing ranking from it. So yeah, I just wanted to put it in order. So what I would do first, because I already got this value, this data, right? So I'm going to put this result in a table. Remember what I said, CTE means common table expression. So I'm going to say that with, let's just call it total confirmed. With total confirmed as this table, right? Now, I'll do select star from the table I already created. I don't think it's gonna be like a good thing to give it the same name. So let me just call it total confirmed counts, just to make it different from what the sum is. Total confirmed, so you don't get confused. Counts, right? So if I do this, you see, I'll still get the same result that I had before, right? So, but here, and I want to do a ranking. So that's what I was supposed to do before, like put it in a table first, like, and then from that table, now do my ranking outside my city. So I'll now do rank over partition by, I said partition by again, over order by total confirmed. Not total confirmed counts though, total confirmed. And then I'm going to call this as ranking. This method is a bit long, but it's actually the best method, no lies, right? So you see, it's going to rank this value. See the ranking now. So you say this country, Dominica, has total count of 189, and then the ranking is 1. Something seems wrong. Oh yeah. Do you know anybody? I actually, remember I said that if you don't put your sort specification, it's going to order it in ascending order. So I'm supposed to say order by this total confirmed field in descending order. Did we get it now? So yeah, so this is Indian, right, as 1. Now, so how do I do it and I get my final value? The reason why I'm ending with this one is a bit complex, but it's actually very simple, really. So you just need to, let me finish the query and I will explain. So now I also want this table inside another table. So I'm going to call it, I can call it total confirmed ranking. Total confirmed rank, right? Total confirmed rank as this. Now, so from here, I'm going to select, I can just select only the country because that's what the question says. I want to select only the country where the ranking equals to 1. So that's all. We're done. Do we have any error? Oh, my query is not complete. Select, select country from this table. So select country from this table, this one, where the ranking equals to 1. Unknown column country in the field lists. But I have country. What happened? I think the spelling of my country must be wrong. I don't think that should be an issue. Oh, why? That's sad. So, country, you know. All right, we're good to go. So I think my spelling was wrong. So we now have it as Indian. I know this method, the solution 2 is a bit complicated, but I don't think it's because most of the time, your city comes very handy. When you start doing your ranking, your dense rank, your row number, these are really very, very useful. These are the things you do most of the time. So let me explain before I round up this video. I'm just going to drag this down. It's not dragging. All right, so let's see. Let me do a brush to make it well. Oh, it's not brushing it. Why? Our heart is not working. Anyways, so what I'm saying is this right here is one function, is one query, I mean. So I'm saying that we'll select this particular field from as country, then sum the confirmed cases as total confirmed from this table and group by country. So in that, I'm putting it in a table called total confirmed count, right? So from this table, I'm selecting everything and then I'm ranking. So I want to give this, the total confirmed case, I want to rank them like in descending order, saying that the one that has the highest should be number 1, followed by the second one should be number 2, just give them that ranking. Do you get it? So, and then doing this again, all of this, I am naming it total confirmed rank. So, total confirmed rank as this new table, right? So I'm now saying that because now I already created the rank called ranking. So now I can select the one that has the highest ranking, right? So I now say select country from that table where the ranking equals to 1. Voila. We did that. Do we have one more we can do? I think that's enough, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's the end of my video. I hope that we've learned one or two from this particular video. I hope you got something. Um, please ensure you comment on this video and encourage me. I hope to do more on SQL and share my knowledge and most importantly, how the journey has been even in data space. And I can't wait to learn from you also. So you can also share your experience in the comment section and I'll be looking forward to it. So thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.